something that's often appropriate for assistance with treating pelvic dysfunction and lower back symptoms is being able to isolate and control a contraction of the pelvic floor. So we're gonna just kind of go through an idea of how to kind of work on this at home. So one of the easiest ways is to start with performing this either lying on your back or in a seated position. A seated position is sometimes nice because you can actually get some feedback from the surface that you're sitting on. So for the purpose for today, we're gonna take a pillow and we're gonna sit on it lengthwise, kind of like you would sit on a saddle. If you're having hip discomfort, you can always bulk up a few pillows so that your hips are sitting higher so that you're not getting a lot of discomfort into the groin line. And then from here, basically, you're gonna feel that pillow's resistance against your pelvic floor. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a little bit of breath work. When we think about the pelvic floor, we wanna start with sequencing the activation of the pelvic floor with breath. So during our breath in, our pelvic floor will actually relax and kind of gently sink down into the pillow. And during the breath out, it's naturally gonna start to recoil a little bit. It's during that breath out is where we want to kind of focus on trying to gain a little bit of an extra contraction. So again, breath in, we're gonna relax the pelvic floor into the pillow. Breath out, we're looking to gain a little bit extra contraction. When we think about that, we wanna think about the kind of the tissue, if you're female, around the vaginal and anal opening, kind of gently pulling up and in towards the head. A lot of times it's thought about the sensation of if you are trying to stop the flow of urine or trying to stop the passage of gas. All these kind of cues are basically looking for that tissue of the perineum to gently start to unweight from the pillow itself. Again, you'll hold it during that breath out, and then on that breath in again, we want to let that tissue relax back down into the pillow. And you'll just kind of work through this sequentially, kind of working on both the contractive portion of this exercise, but also being mindful that we also, when we're done the contraction, we need that tissue to relax back down into the pillow. In addition, another kind of thing to kind of emphasize is your ability to coordinate a quick contraction of the pelvic floor. And this one, again, I would perform after you kind of get the sequence of being able to get that contraction with isolation. A quick contraction is just as simple as it sounds. Again, we're gonna draw that pelvic floor up and in, and then quickly relax it back down and out. Up and in, down and out. And you would do about 10 of these in a row, working on, hey, can we get that pelvic floor to work in a nice coordinated sequence over the course of 10 to 15 repetitions.